Yo everybody, Robinson DUP. Hope everyone is doing well. This is going to be vlog number 6 of getting prepped for my pro season debut and possibly the pursuit of my IFPA pro card. Well, finally, good news. I'm happy, I'm satisfied. I stepped on the scale this morning. I was down to 209.5. I am officially below 210. So I've lost 7 pounds since the beginning of my prep. I was stuck at 212 for a while, but we didn't really make any adjustments to my macros. All we did was add one extra medium and steady state cardio session for a little bit over 20 minutes, and that seemed to do the trick. We are using cardio a little bit more than expected, or at least more than I expected to, but it's more for the purpose of keeping my calories high and increasing my calorie output, so that way I could drop some weight and still have a bunch of calories in my diet. We don't want to start cutting, too hard too soon, as this is going to be like 8 months long. So everything's going well. I actually, I don't know if you can hear, but I'm a little nasally. This weather in Jersey and the tri-state area has been a little wacky. It's like 19 degrees one day, and today on Saturday it's 66 degrees. So I've been having trouble breathing. I've been getting very, very congested. I've had to take a Benadryl a couple times this week. I'm having like an allergy thing going on. I don't know. I don't know if it's because of the weather changing and fluctuating all over the place, or if there's something in the air that's hanging around. I couldn't tell you. This week was a little rough. I feel very drained for some reason. Work. I've been working a lot of hours this week. Getting home very, very late. I'm lucky if I can get 6 to 6.5 hours of sleep a night. And, my coach has kind of been like on me that I need to get more rest, but, with my work schedule, it just is what it is. I'm fortunate enough just to get my training in and my meals in, let alone, 6 hours right now to me is like a privilege. But I wanted to talk about like the balance that I'm going through right now. I do work in the city, in New York City, and I'm commuting probably, if you count the subway rides and the train rides and walking around and everything, on a good day, probably about 4 hours or more of commuting. So I've been keeping all my meals on track, using my FitnessPal, carrying everything in a cooler, and basically eating the majority of the macros that I need to get in while I'm at work, and then just leaving a small amount left over for when I get home. So even if I get home late, I don't need to load a ton of food. It's just, I might need to get a couple, 30 to 40 grams of protein in, maybe 30 to 40 grams of carbs, and my fat's probably already there. So I'm trying to be smart that way, because for me to get home and then try to get 80 grams of protein, 100 grams of carbs, and 30 grams of fat, it's just, that'd be too much for me to do at that time of night, and I'm just too tired to shove that kind of food in my face. So, been busting my ass. I mentally feel better the fact that I'm under 210. I'm leaner. My legs, actually, some of the quad separations are already starting to come in now, which is great, because it took forever for my legs to come in the first time, and they should have come in better, in my opinion. And that's the goal of this season, is my legs were needed some work and needed to be leaner and more conditioned, and that's definitely a goal of mine this time around. Alright guys, I appreciate all the new subscribers. Keep commenting. I'm having a blast with all you guys, even you trolls. You're making me laugh with some of the things you say. I'm glad you're enjoying some of the comedy going between Van and I. For those of you who don't know, Van and I are actually friendly. And, I know he left that one troll video, but we really are actually friends. We talk all the time, and we are members of the ANBF, but it's all in good fun. I get a kick out of him, torturing me, and I try to do my best to troll him, and it's just a blast. So, all right guys, I'll talk to you soon.